everybody, welcome to this week's Weekly Roundup. We haven't done the Weekly Roundup for a couple of weeks. It's been insanely busy around here lately. And as a result, I probably have a longer list than normal. So let's get to it. First things first is the 4th of July. And I'm going to read these so that I don't mess anything up. First and foremost, the parade is on the 4th of July at 10 a.m. We begin on 1st and Main, and then we'll be turning on to 4th Street and ending at Riverside Park. So that's the planned route for this year. We will be filming it. So our media productions team will be filming the parade and we will post it to YouTube that very same day. So for anyone who can't enjoy the parade in person, we will do our best to get that up on YouTube for you to enjoy. The American Legion Auxiliary is hosting a bake sale at Riverside Park from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're at the parade waiting for the parade to get to Riverside Park, you can walk over to the pavilion and purchase some baked goods and support the American Legion Auxiliary. And then on July 3rd, the American Legion is hosting their events they do every year at Riverside Park. So from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. there's food. 11 to 3 is a craft fair. 1 to 9:30 is music. And then the fireworks are on Monday, July 3rd, around 9:30 p.m. And then we'll have the rain date for the 4th. So that's kind of the big picture firework parade plan. Also on July 3rd at the Benson Family Town Square is our first farmers market. So there will be a farmers market there. And also at that market, we are having a blood drive. So if you are looking for some fresh produce or different honeys or whatever, all the great things that they have at the farmers market, go to the square from 4 to 8. And then while you're there, donate some blood. Also important this time of year is road updates. So this is a big one. So you know that we were doing a lot of work on 4th Street in preparation for the milling and overlaying of that roadway. That work will begin on the 6th. So notifications are happening today to business and property owners. Our engineering interns are out doing that work right now. But we will also post a press release. This work is going to take about a month. So this is a state of Wisconsin DOT-led project. We did apply for bipartisan infrastructure law funding to do this project, but the state is leading it. And what they are doing is a concrete pavement replacement, a concrete pavement milling, crack filling, a geotextile installation. So it's kind of that thermal blanket that will help the roadway in the winter be a little bit more responsive and less bumpy, if you will, on the surface during the freeze and thaw of our water table underground. They'll be doing an asphalt paving and then a pavement marking. So there's a lot of work that needs to happen in the month. Of course, that's always weather dependent, but we will work to keep you all posted. Long and short here, the detour will go back into place. It's been a wonderful few weeks of having 4th Street open again, but we'll be closed till about the end of July. The Senior Center parking lot work continues. We are going to be working, I think, next week on pouring some concrete borders around our paver area that's there for our stormwater management, and then we'll start replacing some sidewalk squares. After that, we'll fine grade the site and then bring in the paver. That one, we're looking at probably late July, early August for this senior center lot to be completed. Next week, the paver is coming to do some different work. They'll be working on our patch list. So I want to just remind us all, please slow down and watch for people in the roadway. Not only will we have our street crews prepping any patches and then the paver actually doing patching, but we are also doing stormwater work everywhere. We're checking inlets, we're televising, we're doing pipe repairs, we're doing installations at our ponds. So there's a lot of work happening in the roadway and around the roadway. So please just pay some extra attention. The plaza, which is the area across the river from the Benson Family Town Square, we opened bids for that project. So I'll provide another update next week, but I got some questions actually recently about the plaza. It is still in the plan of work for this construction season, assuming that the bids come back within budget. And so I'll share more on that once I hear an update on how those bids went. And then around Milwaukee Street, there's work kind of over by AutoZone. That work is continuing there. We will have that paved soon, but I want to mention, because it has come up, I've even experienced it myself, the crossing on Milford Street, the railroad crossing is rough. And CP reached out to us and said, hey, since you're doing road work in this area, we'd like to do some work at the crossing, which I appreciate. And so we will have, I think, 2 days added to that project for closure so that they can do their concrete work at that crossing. But that's good news for us. Cady Street Bridge is still happening this summer. That work is planned for later this summer, so you'll see more coming up on that in the next month or so. And the Main Street Bridge happens every day. We work on that bridge nearly every single day of the week. We are still aiming for August. That's kind of our our time where we'll know when the project will begin. But that is a moving target every single day. And we have been working quite a bit with our state senator and his team. They've been incredible for us to make sure that we can get this work done as expeditiously as we can. Another way we've been working with state agencies, this isn't something we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's really cool and it's really innovative. You know, we manage a wastewater treatment plant. It is what it sounds like. It is live. There's microorganisms all over that thing. And one thing we've been having difficulty with is a water flea called Daphnia magna, which unless you're into wastewater or water fleas, I don't know that it'll catch many people's interest, but I'm sharing this with you to say, you know, we spend a lot of money on chemicals to treat wastewater, and there's dangers obviously with those chemicals and safety hazards. And so we've been working to figure out ways to be a little bit more innovative and natural in our treatment of our wastewater. And this week we met with the DNR on site at our wastewater treatment plant to talk about this project we've been doing since late last year, which puts minnows into our tanks to eat the Daphnia magna and the water flea. So if this is ever something you're interested in, please reach out to us. Our water wastewater team would love to chat more about it, but I'm sharing it with you all because I think it's important for people to understand that we're chronically being innovative in the work that we're doing and the approach that we take so that we use our dollars as wisely as we can and work to keep things as natural and safe as we can as well. So I think that's pretty cool. We'll probably have like formal press on it when we get our final approval from the DNR. I've been asked a lot lately about the house that was in the house fire on Western Avenue. And I just want to say, you know, we have been working collectively with all of the parties involved since that tragic fire and are working to get the house taken down. I'm actually going to Jefferson County next week to meet with their finance committee to continue a discussion on some of the details of that home removal. So we'll share more when we have a final result, but I just want people to know it's something we've been working on. It's just a long process. So more to come on that. So if you're interested in the fire station, next week is a really good meeting to pay attention to. Normally our council meetings are on Tuesday. This one's going to be on Wednesday, July 5th, because of the holiday. We are going to be doing a presentation of the conceptual design of the station, and then we will also be getting a presentation on the financial impact of the station. So I'd encourage you to either watch remotely, join on GoToMeeting, come in person, watch after the fact. It's going to be a really important presentation for anyone who's interested in knowing the facts and the need and the financial impact of the fire station. Next week, Thursday, I think, July 6th, is Lights and Sirens, always a popular event down at Riverside Park. On the recreation front, we reopened the tree climbing program, so that's open. Aqua fitness class, we're offering a new one at the Aquatic Center, which I love to see. And then we're also doing a deep water exercise class at the indoor pool. And I want to mention just for a moment, we had a streak of vandalism throughout our city parks. If you observe anyone vandalizing our parks, please call the non-emergency police number. It's so helpful for us to be able to know who those people are, and it could potentially stop them from vandalizing other parks in the community. So if you see something, please call the non-emergency number and say something. The library is doing a book illustration contest, which I think is pretty cool. I think that goes from the 1st to the 11th. The summer scavenger hunt is in the Talk Read Play Center. I know that's always a popular one. And then next Friday, they're doing the Family Friday Flick, and that is at 1:30, and they're showing Turning Red, which is a great movie. I love that one. All right, that's all that I have. I know there are a bunch of businesses hosting events for this holiday weekend, so go to the Main Street program or tourism or chamber. Check out any of those sites for more information on events. I do want to mention we do have the Aquatic Center open all weekend, including Monday. So 11 to 12 is open swim, 12 to 6, obviously weather and staffing dependent, are our plans for the Aquatic Center. And I do want to mention active, reserved, and retired military are getting in free all weekend. So have a wonderful holiday weekend, everybody. I will see you at the parade, or I'll see you next week.